Hey everyone. Sorry it's been a long time since I've posted anything. I kind of got my heart ripped out and stomped on a few years ago, and I'm still slowly putting myself back together from that. I'm still hurting and not fully healed, but I feel called to speak up. I I don't think I can keep my voice hidden any longer. I need to be able to help someone else, even if my voice is shaking and my body is trembling. I need to help somebody else heal from sexual trauma. So here I go. I've had a lot of hate thrown my way in the past few years. The manosphere is very, very active at trying to silence women's voices, especially those of us that are speaking out against sexual trauma and sexual predators. So I'm doing my best to speak, even though I'm terrified. Most of the men in the self-help and recovery communities aren't really helping women heal, especially not helping women heal. And I've learned we can't stop the predators. They're going to prey on us. The best I can hope is to help strengthen the prey. So my goal is to strengthen the prey. My word of the year this year is legacy, and I'm focusing on my legacy of strengthening the prey. The biggest thing I've dealt with in the past few years is being attacked just for being a woman, and especially speaking out against sexual predators. They're in the manosphere, the red pill, the pickup artists. They're in every sphere, I guess. And they're teaching most men to become psychopathic predators, and it's scary. And I do believe that there are a lot of good men out there that are getting led astray by these predators. And they're not actually helping heal. They're doing more damage than they are good. And I know personally there's only been a few things that I've been able to do to help me. And I believe that we need to get away from the male-centered religion and relationship models if we're ever going to make a change for the better. We're leaving women naive and uninformed and inexperienced, and that loving and forgiving nature is being preyed on, and we're getting destroyed more and more, and it hurts. So I'm doing my best to help someone else that's struggling to heal from sexual trauma and relationship abuse overall. I'm digging through the mud of my own recovery work, and I'm building up my self-love still. And I've come to really understand the words, as Ginger says, that the teachers may be fools too. We're being taught to center men and religion and relationships, and it's very harmful. It leaves women open to abuse, and it's not right. And I have learned that there's only been a few things that have helped me, and that has been to get away from the male-centered religion and develop my own spirituality, my own connection with, the universe, God, source, whatever you want to call it, that internal intuition and guidance. I had to move away from that male-centered religion. And that has been scary because, I was brought up Baptist. I always believed in everything that I was taught. And I truly was a good Christian wife. And it only damaged me. It destroyed me, to be honest. And also the whole aspect of love and male-centered relationships, that whole model, it's harmful to people, because I've learned that most men do not love. They're incapable of love. They use relationships as a means to an end. They're incapable of forming healthy relationships for the most part. They attach codependently, or they're a parasite on us women. They only get with us for what they can use us for, what they can get out of us. And it's been very hard for me to come to grips with that, because I always wanted to believe in the fairy tale of true love, and the last few years have been very hard for me, realizing that that's not what's being offered nowadays in relationships. And there are so many predators out there, and the whole manosphere, all this stuff is teaching more and more men to be even more predators. The whole red pill, the pickup artistry, like their whole goal is to tear women down and to get what they can out of women. And they're preying on us. And the best that we can hope for is that we're wise in our intuition, and that we're strong enough to end unhealthy relationships. Like I said, it's been really rough for me the last few years, just trying to put myself back together, because I had thought I was healed enough that I could have a healthy relationship, and I was sorely mistaken and utterly broken by the fact that I'm still attracted to liars. I believed lies. I was still very naive, and as most women I think are, because we do believe in love. We believe that we're being genuine, we're being honest, so the other person will too. And more men are being taught not to be honest, not to be genuine, to only get with women, to get what you can out of them, tear them down and discard them. And as someone that's healing from sexual trauma specifically, that's very hurtful for us, that have been very, very traumatized. It's almost like a second violation, when we're trying to be open and honest, and we're coerced into situations that are not for our highest good and are actually harmful to us. I know the majority of people that have contacted me through my website or through Facebook have been people looking for sex workers, and I know it's just the manosphere trying to tear me down and keep me small, keep me silent. It's been hitting that trauma button, because as someone who was trafficked as a child, them basically treating me like I'm a sex worker now it hurts. And it's taken me a few years to really callous up that wound to a point where them treating me like I am a sex worker is not as sore. I know what my job is, to help people heal from sexual trauma, and I know sex work is not the way to do it, and I would never do that to myself. And that's no knock against sex workers. I do believe that is a valid profession if that's what someone chooses to do. But it's also hurtful when they treat us like that's all we are. Especially someone like me that's so far from that I'm actually trying to help people, build themselves up and love themselves, and actually heal from trauma. So I'm strengthening the prey. I'm attempting to keep my voice heard. I'm shaking all the way through this. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just trying to channel a message right now, trying to get something out there so that I'm not so scared the next time I actually do have something to say. I have to at least stand here trembling and while my voice is shaking, speak up. We can heal from this. It's a very long and lonely road. And there's not many people out there that can help us. Like I said, most of the people that are in this field are not genuine. They're not actually into helping and healing people. They're actually doing more harm than good. So it's my goal to at least speak up and let someone else know that we can heal and that we're more than what society says that we are. You know, if we're single moms and, you know, however they try to tear us down, we are not what they say we are. We're not run through. We're not anything that they say we are. Don't let them win. We cannot let them win. We need to speak up and have our voice heard. Like I said, with the Ginger quote of the teachers may be fools too. I'm probably as much a fool as they are. And I'm still trying my best because I do believe that I have something important to say. Probably not in this video, but as long as I keep speaking and keep sharing, I know eventually someone will contact me that will actually be looking for actual healing work and not trying to stab a knife in my wound. Yeah. I love y'all. I'm trying to be back. I'm glad to be back. I'm praying for protection, that I'm safe in using my voice and speaking out. You know, if they do attack me, I am much more healed than I was. So I know I can handle it now if they do come to attack, which they've been all over my Facebook and my emails and my website for a few years now. So I think I'm finally at a place that I can handle it. So I'm gonna try and speak up and do something. So I love y'all, and I hope y'all are doing well. And I will have more to speak on soon, and I will talk at y'all when I do. Bye.